All right, shalawam. All right, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners. Shalawam. All right, so this is Nazar Khad. This is GMS Precepts, and I want to do another edition of Bible Basics, okay, which is I want to go into this verse right here in Psalms 50. Psalms 50, verse 2. Okay, so I'll just read it. I'll start at 1. It says, the mighty power, even the Lord hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun into the going down thereof. Verse 2. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High hath shined. Our power shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. Okay, so I want to focus on this second verse right here in Psalms 50, verse 2. So I'll read it again. It says, out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High hath shined. Okay, so right here, let's start with this. It says, out of Zion, right? So who is Zion? What is Zion? Okay, Zion. Okay, if you go into the Hebrew word, it means to Zion. I have it pulled up here. It means to Zion, right? To Zion, to Zion, right? And the word means what? Signpost, monument, market, okay, or title. Okay. Now, now the nation of Israel is the monument of the Most High. Basically, Zion is a physical counterparts to Yahawah. We are the ambassadors of the Most High. We are the physical counterpart, just like Satan is a physical representation of the wicked of Satan. Okay, the Most High has a physical counterpart here on planet Earth, and that is the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Satan has it, and his physical counterparts are the children of Edom. Okay, which we're approaching the time of their destruction. Okay, because it tells you in Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, that when Edom rules, the next rulership to rule is the nation of Israel. So pretty much, Esau is the end of the world. Once Edom is in rulership, which they've been in rulership since the Renaissance period, so about what, 500 years or so, when they came back into power. Okay, which was the rebirth of their rulership, hence the name Renaissance. That's where you get the word Renaissance from. It means rebirth. Okay, they've been they've been ruling for around about 500 years. That's why it says in Revelation, I believe it's the 20th chapter, for a little season. This is their little season. This is how we know that we're at the end. This is how we know that we're at the end of the world, not the planet Earth, so to speak, but this rulership. We're approaching the end of a rulership. We're approaching a transition period, which are in the scriptures, and the transition period is the nation of Edom or Esau being destroyed and put into slavery, and the nation of Israel, aka Zion, coming back into power with the help of Yahawashi, which was promised to us going back to Genesis. So continuing on, it says out of Zion, right? So Zion, we established, is referring to the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, now it reads on. It says the perfection out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the perfection of beauty. So how is Zion, right? How is Zion made perfect? Okay, Zion is made perfect through the laws, statute, commandments that was given to us. That's how Zion is made perfect. I got Psalms 19 right here. It says, Psalms 19:7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. First of all, that soul, right, has to be an Israelite. You have to be an Israelite because the laws, statutes, commandments were only given to Israel. Okay, Psalms 148, Leviticus, what's that, 26 and 45? It tells you that that covenant, that law was only given to the Israelites. Okay, so it says the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making the wise simple. Okay, so it's saying here the law of the Lord is perfect. So that's how the nation of Israel, that's how Zion is made perfect. We're made perfect through the law, statute, commandments. Okay? Okay? That's why another name for Israel, see, we just don't go by Israel. We go by many names. So another name for Israel or Zion is Jeshurun. Okay? Jeshurun. Now, the word Jeshurun means upright. Okay? The word Jeshurun, matter of fact, I got it right here. Deuteronomy 33, verse 5, it says, "And he was king in Jeshurun, when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together." So it's telling you right here who Jeshurun is. Jeshurun is Israel. Now, when you go into the word Jeshurun, it means upright. Upright one. Okay, now how is one made upright? We're made upright by the laws. Okay? We're made upright by the laws, statutes, commandments. Matter of fact, what's that? Let me get something. Here. Proverbs 12. Let me get Proverbs 12. Proverbs 12 and 26. It says, The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him. The righteous is speaking about the nation of Israel. Okay, it says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked, the wicked in this instance is, referring to Esau, because in America they try to push Israel, they try to push you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to go off. They made it to where going off is considered the right way or the right thing to do. Before I continue on, let me get something else. Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." That's what's going on here in America. They promote wickedness they pushed wickedness as the norm and righteousness as something awkward. Like if you tell somebody, "Yeah, I don't sleep with a woman that has a man," they look at you like you got two heads on your head, man. Like you're a weirdo. You're considered an outcast if you want to do something righteous. That's how we are in this society. That's what Esau has pushed. They pushed righteousness as something wicked. Okay? If you tell Jake, "Oh, I don't, what I'm saying, I'm good with the pork. I don't eat pork. I don't eat shrimp, lobster. I don't deal with that shellfish or whatever." They look at that as awkward, man. But here in America, they push that, which comes from Aleister Crowley, which is a known Satanist. He said he wanted to do anything wicked. He wanted to do it. He wanted to perfect anything that's wicked. Okay, so Aleister Crowley spirit of "do what thou wilt," meaning do whatever feels right. That's what's pushed here in America. Well, whatever you feel is good to you, you do it. That's what's pushed here in America. Okay? So, going back to Proverbs 12, it says, "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him." The ways of America seduces the righteous into doing wickedness. Excuse me. All right. Now, if you jump down to 28, Proverbs 12 and 28, it says, In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof is no death. So if you want to find life, you got to do according to the laws, man. It tells you that in let me get that. Let me get that in Apocrypha. Baruch, 4th chapter. Baruch 4 and 1. It says, This is the commandment. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. So boom, right there. If one says the laws are done away with, we don't have to keep the laws, I'm under grace, you hit him with this. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. So there's no doing away with the law. Okay? Now we understand we can't, it's, us being in captivity, we're not able to keep it fully, but we keep it to the best of our ability. Okay? So continuing, it says, This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Okay? So if you want to have life, you have to, it's in your best interest to keep the commandments of the Most High to the best of your ability. Okay? It says, All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Right? Okay? So, I think my computer just fucking froze. Let me go back to, so it's in the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof is no death. Okay? Where was I at now? Just lost mine. So let me go back to Psalms 50, right? So it says, Out of Zion, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the perfection of beauty, we are made perfect through the law, statutes, commandments, which now we're not perfect. That's why, the Most High is for a while he didn't deal with us, but which was all prophecy. That was prophecy. That was supposed to happen. Okay, before the Lord told us before we return, it says there shall be a falling away first. So that falling away is us discontinuing from our heritage. Okay, so it says, Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High hath shined. Okay, so how does the Most High? I got another one in Acts. Okay, about the law being perfect or making us perfect. This is Acts 22 and 3. It says, I am verily a man which am a Jew, born in Tarsus, a city in Cilicia. This is Paul speaking. It says, Yet brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel, and taught according to the perfect manner of the law of the fathers. Okay? And was zealous toward the Most High, as ye all are this day. So just, another scripture about the law, the perfect law. Okay, so this is basically the law is what separates us from the heathens, man. This is what differentiates us from the heathens. You got heathens that use cow urine as repellent, man. Okay, you got Esau. He eats raw meat. All these other nations. You got Elam that worships cows, man, and rats. They think they think when they die they come back as cows and rats and they worship them, man. These are all heathenistic customs, man. You got Hamites that put plates in their fucking jaw and their lips, But we have the laws, statute, commandments which separate us from these heathens, man. Okay, and make us perfect. Okay, but soon, once we're in the kingdom, the law is gonna be it's gonna be really made perfect when it's in our inward thoughts. That's when we're gonna be totally 100% perfect. Okay, and you ain't gotta wait for the apostles to put a video up telling you when the new moon is. You're gonna know it already. Okay, you ain't gotta call, yo, is this going off? You don't have to worry about that anymore. That's when we're going to be 100% perfect, because the law is going to be on our inward parts, meaning the law is going to be in us already, man. Okay? That's the second covenant. So, back to Psalms 50. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High has shined. Now, how does the Most High shine on Israel or on Zion? I got Psalms, Isaiah 9 and 7. One of the young brothers, because I had posed this question on a chat that we have, and this brother brought out a good one. This is Isaiah 9 and 8. It says, the Lord sent a word into Jacob, and it lightened upon Israel. Okay? It lightened upon Israel. So what does that mean? That's basically meaning what? The law, the Most High is dealing with us if we're in tune with the law, if we're in tune with His word. Okay? So, right now the Most High, like I said, we have there had to be a falling away first before the Most High deals with us again. Which you can say he's starting to make, right now he had his back turned to us, but you can say that he's starting to be with us again, man. Why? Because you see camps throughout all the four corners of the earth sprouting, man. With this knowledge, you have camps all over the planet, man. Okay? Matter of fact, let me end this video, because that's pretty much it. Let me end it with Ezekiel 37 and 11. It says, is it 11? It's 10. Ezekiel 37 and 10. So I prophesied as He commanded me, and the breath came into them. Okay? Now that breath is referring to the knowledge, man. That wisdom coming back into the dry bones, which is the nation of Israel. The dry bones represent the nation of Israel, because it tells you in Proverbs 21, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay? So if you do not have these, so for a while we were dead. For a while we were those dry bones that Ezekiel 37 is speaking about. But it says, so I prophesied as He commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and they stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. So right now the nation of Israel is raising up an exceeding great army right now. That's hence the reason why you see camps sprouting all over the earth, all over the four corners of the earth. You have Israelites that are coming back into that knowledge, that are coming back into their heritage, man. Okay, so I guess I'll end it on that. I'll read Psalms 50 again. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High, or Yahawah, hath shined. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Until the next show, shalawam.